Welcome back, friends, to another reading for the collective. My name's Ross, and I pop on here every Tuesday and Thursday to offer these collective readings. I like to think of my readings of the tarot and oracles not so much as fortune telling, but storytelling. So if there is a part of your story that you need an outside perspective on, extra guidance on, whatever it may be, whatever it brings you to this video today, I invite you to hold that in your heart or in your mind, wherever it feels most up for you. And what we do is, in a moment, we'll take 3 deep breaths into that sensation, into that feeling, and then on the exhale, releasing it with a sound, with a hum, with a moan, if that feels appropriate for you. And you can imagine the question or the situation traveling from your mind, from your heart, from your body, out through the breath, through this screen, and into the cards. And so we'll do that 3 times, breathing in and out. 2 more times, breathing in and out. And last time, breathing in and out. Before we get any further into this, I want to caution you that there are workers upstairs doing some remodeling. And as I was sitting here tuning in and hearing that up there, I was thinking about how very, very, very recently that would have perturbed me to no end, and I would have been very grumpy about it. But thinking about how in the last reading there was the Tower card, and this whole idea that after things collapse, there is the space to rebuild. And I thought it was just chef's kiss that there is rebuilding happening upstairs. So if you hear drilling or anything like that, don't be alarmed. I'll try to speak up or maybe just wait it out. Oh, which one was it? Which one was it? How are these going? Okay, so it's you. Oh, okay. Really? Yeah, okay. The world reversed. The world keeps spinning. And yeah, if we are in a state of rebuilding, if we are coming at things, if we're deconstructing things, your world can seem on its head. But whether upright or upside down, the world dancer keeps dancing. Of the major arcana, the world dancer and the fool are the only ones that have movement in them, and both the world dancer and the fool are carrying wands. You wouldn't think that the fool's stick holding his knapsack is a wand, but it is. And it kind of speaks to that idea of the fool, of someone who is carrying magic within them or carrying magic talismans in a casual way, not letting the haughtiness of it overwhelm or overshadow their playfulness. But World in Reverse seems like a great card to start, especially as we are literally rebuilding with things happening upstairs. And like I said, in the last reading, the Tower came up, and you had that Knight of Swords energy to go to, how did I put it? Aim or fire, aim, ready. So this is just kind of speaking to that theme, continuing. What else? What else is, now that we know where we are, the world is upside down. The world that we thought we knew is upside down. What does that mean? What does that tell us about us? What does that tell us about what we're creating, what we're drawing in, about what does the world look like now that it's upside down? Yeah, Tower in reverse. Did I shuffle these? And Three of Cups. This came up in a reading, a private reading I did for a very joyful woman earlier this week. So it's nice to see it here again. But yeah, with the Tower in reverse, it's. I'm not going to say that things are already being rebuilt, especially coming from whenever that last reading was, whenever you found that, or whenever you find this. But it's almost to suggest that you understand the nature of these things, and you understand, looking ahead to this card, that there is a sense of celebration, there is community, it is all coming in. But with these two cards in reverse, the World and the Tower, it's speaking to a fundamental reorganization and reorientation of not only how you saw the world, how you viewed the world, but how you showed up in it, how you react and respond to it. And with the Tower already being reversed, this is, like I said, I'm not, if it is for you, great. If there is already signs in your material reality that the new is being built, great. But what I'm getting here is that there's an inner standing of this nature of, the world's always spinning, the wheel's always spinning. This is a maturity. Yeah, this is the maturity of understanding this card, not seeing it as something scary or bad, just this is the way of things. The world turns, the world spins madly on, as the Weepies would say. I think that's the Weepies. And you know that, oh, excuse me, this is fun, just looking at this. I've never put this together before, and I'm sure other folks have found this, but with this tower in reverse, these two characters, which are very reminiscent of the renderings that Pamela Coleman Smith did of both the magician and the high priestess. With this card reverse, it looks like they're flying up, whereas in its regular orientation, yeah, they're obviously falling to their doom. But here it's this idea of ascension. And these two cards again, together, it's really giving the hanged man, looking at the world upside down and realizing that you can make of it whatever you want. And whatever you want to make of it, it's a weird way of saying this. You can make of the world whatever you want. And it seems like what you want is community, emotional safety, yeah, community founded on emotional maturity. I was at an open mic last night, and a woman was reading a poem that it was moving in a lot of different ways. But one of the things that hit me was she seemed to be a younger person. Um, it was a poem about depression, and I just couldn't help but think this is an emotionally intelligent person. So it seems like you're creating a community of emotionally intelligent, like minded folks. Maybe a group of women, maybe this is for the women audience out there, or maybe it's just that sense of a community based on the principles of the divine feminine, those characteristics and qualities. Celebration, sisterhood, good times had by all. Is that the end of the reading? Or do we want one more? Anything else to share about this? Speaking of sharing, I am in the midst of a rebrand and redevelopment. So be on the lookout for that. And I also offer these readings one on one. they're not as I hesitate to say surface level, but when we're tapping into the collective, there is so much more energy available. So, maybe the tower in reverse resonates with you, but the world might not. When we sit down together, we get to look at the story that your soul came here to tell. And I'll leave that link down below if that's something of interest to you. Two of Cups is what came up. And this just kind of, again, speaks with the Three of Cups as far as this idea of building things, of relationships. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean a romantic relationship. This is any kind of partnership, any kind of coming together for a single goal. And the fact that we've got hmm, the fact that we've got the cups here suggests that it is a connection, a relationship, a relating of emotional maturity. And I paused here because the lion headed caduceus here seems to suggest this is coming in Leo season, or you might be a Leo, you might have fire placements, but not necessarily. So just be on the lookout for what is built. We're in I got 1 week of May left. So August, Leo season is right around the corner. So come back to this video in August. Comment down below if you're watching in August so we can see what's unfolded for you, what you have rebuilt. Tell me more about that community that you're creating. Is there anything else? I think I just want to play and see. Anything else want to come out? Anything else related to this that the folks at home need to know? Or is it time to end? Mhm. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the timer. Things are lining up. So let's keep it short and sweet. Sometimes the energy is easy. So, Hafiz, bring it on home for us. What do the folks need to know about what it is they're building, about what it's like to see the world upside down, what it's like to see things from a different perspective? What do the folks need to know about their emotions, about their relationships, about their relationship with their emotions? What do you got for us, Hafiz? There it is. I wasn't thinking of this card, but I was thinking about something that I will share after this. 27, embrace friendship. There's a good spot for that. 27 reduces to 9. Might be relevant for you. 27. I think the people working upstairs took a break just as I started this. That's funny. Embrace friendship. Aw, most are just one wing. The other, a friend, needed to fly. Call upon your friends. Bring them close. This is not a time to stand solitary and go about your business alone. Laugh and cry with your friends. Dream with them. Trust them with the details of your life. Send little love notes of gratitude and appreciation. And remember that friendship comes in all forms and in all dimensions. Oh, old books, favorite songs, a snuggly blanket, the moon in your window, your four-footed companion, all have the power to befriend. Embrace and celebrate them all. Almost made me tear up, Hafiz. You're good for that. Hafiz often talks about God as a beloved, capital B, beloved. Uh, and in this deck, and probably some of his poems as well, Hafiz talks about God as the friend, capital F, friend. And these mornings recently, maybe since, since we'll say since spring began, I've rolled over, I've grabbed my pillow, and I just set the intention for this to be my divine friend. And allowing myself to hold and be held by the divine in that way is a complete game changer. It's revolutionary, which is ironic since Hafiz lived in the 1300s in what is now modern day Iran. And I say this all because it has completely recontextualized Tower world, is recontextualized the hierarchical nature that Western society and in general organized religion can put on the creator and their creations. There's always this idea, implicit or explicit, of a reaching, a grabbing of us lowly humans and this divine presence above us. But Hafiz has helped me learn that the divine is a friend. The divine is like a lover that you can hold and cry to and be held by. And with both the Three of Cups and the Two of Cups coming here, this whole idea of embracing friendship is quite potent today. So if you haven't already, text your friends, message your friends, send them an email, send them a card. I just sent my friend in Ohio a birthday card. Uh, and yeah, words of affirmation is one of the love languages that I give easily. Not as easy to receive, which is ironic, but I love sending my friends, birthday cards, Mother's Day, Father's Day cards if they happen to be in those camps. Maybe I ought to take this advice and just send a card just because. Who cares? Stamps are cheap. We need to support the Postal Service. So I think that's what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. Not for the whole day, but yeah, this feels complete. I'm smiling. I hope you can hear that. I hope you can feel that. And I will see you next time for another reading for the collective. But until then, my friend, I wish you nothing but peace, love, and happiness from this day forward. Take care.